Hello, welcome Solix Nation. It is April and we have an April incentive.
Yes, we do for April, for the month of April. If you are a new enrollee or when you enroll a new person with a bundle and a subscription, that new person is going to get Think Drops, our nano Think Drops, our brand new brain support NRF2X activator. Love this product.
Oh, we love this product. We use it all the time. Side note, if you get it on your clothes, it does come out, we found out.
Yeah, it's the curcumin. It
Yeah.
really is. It has a strong yellow, orange look to it. I like it, but not necessarily on my clothes.
Stain Remover got it out though.
Yeah. But so if you are enrolling somebody brand new, the bundle and the subscription gets them that new bottle of Think Drops in their enrollment order.
That's right.
Now, just as a reminder, if you're the enrollee, what do you get during, it's part of this month, but part of this quarter. When you enroll 3 or 6, there are incentives there as well.
Money incentives, yeah. All right, we are gonna go, we just really don't have a whole lot of announcements today, and that's on purpose. We wanna get you to the content of this call, but we do have something very important to announce, and that is we have new rank advancements. Let's go ahead and take a look. That's a huge list. And can we talk about what a big month this is? Did you see what we had we had platinums and pearls.
And pearls. We doubled the number of pearls we have.
Yes.
That's incredible.
That's insane. I just wanted to shout out to those platinums. We have Julie Tibbles, Leanne Littlewood, Sandy Harvey, and Dr. George Grant.
Yeah.
And then Pearl is the highest rank that we have had anyone achieve yet at Solex. And we have 2 new pearls. The first one is Sheila Day, and the second is Julie Anna Seglia.
Congratulations, all of you. And you know, I say this every month, but I think if you're brand new, just so you know what work these people did to get to these ranks, and every rank for that matter, whether it's the bronzes that you saw or the silvers or golds, included in all of this isn't a one-time wonder. This isn't they hit the requirements and they get the rank advancement. No, they had to do it for 3 months. Yeah. And on that 3rd month, they break the rank, and then they obviously trigger some other bonuses that are tied to those ranks. And so congratulations, all the hard work into that. Just a great job.
Do you know what leads to these rank advancements is bringing people on and creating relationships? Yes,
and so this is appropriate time to talk about top enrollers.
Let's do it.
This is for the week of April 8th to 14th.
Yes.
And we do have a tie for second place.
We have a tie for second place. We have Simmons Holistics, Inc.
So terribly disappointing.
Stop.
No, great job. And Stacy Ellie, wonderful job.
Great
Just
job.
Great
second
recruiting.
Place, yes.
And in first place by herself is Julie Tibbles.
Julie Tibbles, a new platinum.
And brand new platinum. Man, it's still going at it,
yes,
you know?
Way to go. Julie, we will send a Solex silver coin to you, and congratulations to all of you. All right, we had a contest last week, and we wanted to know, how do you have a more productive day? And what are we giving 3 winners?
We're giving Think Drops. It's also what this new product. We want everybody to have it.
Yes.
You know, think a little bit clearer. Let's see who this is. Mary Gilroy. Mary says, I listen to MindSync that has affirmations about productivity, effective use of time, and making decisions that focus on my business. Then it's stacking the following: taking blue, listening to inner voice, wearing colored glasses, and the 660 band while being on my whole body vibration machine for 10 minutes. Then it's outside to play with the horses and dog before heading to work. And I also set 3 tasks for the week that will get me closer to my vision. A great question I keep in mind for what I am about to do is this: will this make the boat go faster? Make decisions, making so much easier. I love that.
That is a great way to start your day.
I love, you know, every successful person that I've ever studied has patterns for their morning.
Yes.
They have patterns for the morning, and they're usually are lifting and productive and rewarding and balancing. And it sounds like she's got that.
Well, and that's a lot to do in the morning before you get ready. But what did you say in your DOD talk?
It's one of the things that I love about the Marines.
The Marine Corps.
The mantra is they get more done before 9 a.m. than the rest of the world does all day. And I think that's so true. I love that.
I think Mary's getting it done.
Yep, getting it done.
All right, next one is Temperance Coach. Just give us a call. Let us know who you are. Every morning I run my scan, put on my harmonics and glasses, and rewire my brain. Then I'm off to dance in the woods with a whole new attitude. My days have become way more productive since I started with this routine. Love
that. Yep, perfect. All right, last one for Think Drops, but thank everybody for your comments. So all of you can go back and get some ideas from other people about how you get your day going, right? This is Sue Pine. Sue says, a productive day starts with connecting with my Creator. From there, I do my daily scans, take my supplements, and spend some time in Bible study and prayer. I finish up by writing my gratitude journal and morning pages. I have a gratitude journal too. I do every day. I find something. Yeah. Keeps you humble, keeps you focused, and keeps the right balance. And
that sounds like a great start to the day as well, the things that you do. So congratulations, all three of you. We will send you your Think Drops. All right, let's turn the time over to Deb Bruce.
So I've been looking at the questions that come through on YouTube and Facebook, and I've been really encouraged by seeing how many of you are jumping in and really trying to use your scanner to create playlists and to do different things with it. I thought that I would spend tonight helping some of you that are fairly new to get a really good idea on how you can start making some playlists and have the subject matter ready on hand. A lot of you have been asking other people's opinions, like, what would you do as a playlist for this? Or what would you do as a playlist for that? Or what have you found to be effective this way or that way? And you actually have at your fingertips, even when you first start, a lot of information that can help you not only to make playlists, but to know where to go in your back office to use very efficiently and very proactively the wonderful tools that have been given to you in your back office. So let's just look at some of the things that you can do. And if you look at the following 4 slides and go back and forth after you viewed tonight's program and just keep comparing them, you'll start to get a really good idea of how you are getting a lot of information, even with just one aspect of your scanner. And it's just that one aspect that I'm going to jump into tonight to start to give you an idea. So the first thing that I want you to think about is when you do inner voice and you do it with the heart so that it's bringing in other information in the background from vitals. And it gives you all kinds of suggestions that make it so that you can really do some really good playlists and have some really good ideas on where to go in the rest of your scanner in order to get more information and then be able to jump into your back office and use some of the tools. Remember, we've talked before about that Einstein said that you can't just work with energy and you can't just work with the physical. You have to combine the two. And we keep stressing that with your mobile scanner, that is really, really important. You can scan and optimize and scan and optimize and scan and optimize. But if you don't look at the suggestions and start to cross over into some of the areas where it's showing that the body is needing physical support, you're not going to get the results that you want to get. Same thing the other way. If you just look at your back office and think, oh, you know what, I'll just do a bunch of supplements and I'll use the Infinity Mat and I'll use the different tools that are in the back office, but you aren't really looking at what parts of the body are needing that assistance, then you could also be having it where the benefit that you get from it isn't quite as much as if you take the time to really dig in and see what goes with what complements something else, what is going to help the body from both angles, both energetically and physically. So the next 4 pages are where I scanned somebody and it's what came over from the inner voice and the information coming over from vitals as well by doing the inner voice with the heart. So if you look at the first slide, first page 1, you're going to see that there was a lot of emotions that were listed. There's joy, enthusiasm, creativity, success, change, balance, freedom, fascination, expression. If you go to the second slide, you're going to see that there was clarity, energy, optimism, enlightenment, intellect, honor, loyalty, and joy. Well, now you have it where joy is in the first one and joy is on the second page. When you look at the third one that came over from the voice, there's in common with the first 2 pages is enthusiasm, creativity, and success. And then on the fourth report, they're all the one that is the most deeply embedded in the subconscious and that sometimes people aren't really aware of. There weren't any in common with the first 2, but rather a summary of what the ones on the first 3 would result in. Now, when you think of it, if you're looking to make some type of an emotional playlist, just going through those 4 pages and looking at the emotions that are coming up from the voice, because remember, it's really picking up a lot from the autonomic nervous system off of the vagus nerve. So just looking at those and making playlists, starting with that, is going to be so personalized for the person, for yourself if you're working on yourself, or for somebody else. There's other aspects of just looking at those emotions that you could use as well. You could do a playlist with them, or you could go ahead and do the mind sync. What if you took the different emotions that showed up from the inner voice and then went into mind sync and started doing positive affirmations for each one of those emotions that came up from the inner voice? Now you've got 2 parts of your scanner that are complementing each other and that can really have a profound effect on the body. So there's two right there that you could do as far as really helping the body to work with the emotions and the things that result from the emotions. When you go back through the 4 pages again, however, you'll find that there are other things that are in common that can be really, really valuable towards using with your scanner and with your back office. If you, at page, the first one, the first supportive note F, that page with the green glasses, you'll notice the imbalances and suggestions. There's a lot that's in common with these 4 pages. There's increased hydration, consider chiropractic adjustments, increased trace minerals, and increased hydration, again on that 1 page. When I went through all 4 pages, I found that there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 instances of increased hydration. Now, remember we've talked in the past that the suggestions that come through on these reports aren't cookie cutter. It's where it has been picked up from the person's voice. It's been picked up through what has energetically and frequency-wise shown up in vitals. These are specific suggestions for somebody because this is exactly what they need. And there are some base suggestions that unless the issue is addressed, they're going to come up and come up and come up and come up until they're satisfied and it's something where it's not an issue anymore. So don't think that it's just cookie cutter coming up the same every time because it's just something that comes over that way for everybody. It doesn't. I've seen people that have increased their hydration, modified their sodium levels, and had it be where within a few weeks, hydration doesn't come up anymore when they do the inner voice and bring over the information from the background programs. So you have to pay attention to what keeps coming up. And that gives you a really big clue as to what you can work on. Now, I spoke of before that it helps you with your back office. Well, think about in your back office, what can help with hydration? Well, you have your negative ion water stick, for example. That's something that can help. Also, a lot of times minerals are needed. You've got your Solex Gold that could be used as well. You have all kinds of types of things in the back office that are wearables that can help with just increasing the ability of the body to hold on to hydration. Speaking of minerals, like with the Solex Gold, when you look at those 4 pages, you've got increased trace minerals, and that came through once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times on those 4 pages. It came up to increase trace minerals. Now, why would that be important? Well, trace minerals are needed by all 9 body systems. And so when there's a lack of trace minerals, it affects the body's ability to make hormones. It affects the body's ability to make hydrochloric acid and pepsin. It affects the body's lymphatic ability to move. It affects the ability of the spine to actually hold adjustments. So when this is coming up for minerals, this is really, really important that this is showing up this many times, which then goes to the fact that it said consider chiropractic adjustments. Consider chiropractic adjustments was once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times again. So here again, you start to see where you can connect the dots even in the suggestions that just come up from one inner voice report that pulls over the information from vitals into it. So it's really, really important to start realizing that you can create playlists from just doing this one aspect of your scanner. You can start looking at things in your back office that are just really important tools that you can use, but you want to be able to use them hand in hand with the suggestions of what's coming over frequency-wise and energetically. So if somebody were to take these 4 pages and start drinking more water, taking minerals, getting some adjustments to the spine, whether it's chiropractic or massage or acupuncture or cranial sacral, whatever their spinal care of choice is. If they were to start doing all of those things that are on these pages, they would start to see improvement. And after X amount of time, some of those suggestions would drop off and new ones would come in when they do the inner voice. You have other clues on these 4 pages as well. If you look through the 4 of them. On the first one of the things that was mentioned was energy production function. Well, what is it that you have in the back office that is such a valuable tool that can help with energy production? You've got the blue. Blue can go right into those mitochondria and help with energy production. And then at the same time in your back office, you've got the 660 band that's able to reactivate things as they're going through the arteries and the veins on the wrist. So that's another valuable tool. But you want to take those tools that are just priceless that you have access to, and you want to see that you can use them because of what's showing up in your scanner, in your reports energetically. So here again, the brain is picking these things out because frequency and energy-wise, it's very important. And it's actually the brain asking for the physical components that you have in your back office in order to help with improving the areas that are showing up. When you look through the lists on the 4 pages again, you're also going to see different potential causes that are really important. You're going to see one of them lists the possibility of black mold. That's something that you would always, whenever it comes up as a potential cause, you want to let somebody know that, you could have just been exposed to it at a hotel. You could have been at a friend's house. You could have been visiting somewhere. But it's really, really important that they look through their house and see if there are any sources of black mold at all. I've given the experience before of having had this come up with one of the people that I worked with, and they had a tiny drip under the kitchen sink. And it turned out that the mold had gone under the melamine under the sink. It had gone into a side wall by the kitchen sink, and then it had gone into all 4 walls in the bedroom. And so this person really was suffering from a lot of black mold symptoms And it turned out that it was a major problem where they had to move out and had to gut the apartment and actually rebuild it. And that was just from one small leak under a kitchen sink. So it is something that you always want to take seriously if you see it. Another thing that showed up under mold and fungus was Microsporum canis. This can be where you want to ask somebody, do they have cats and dogs? If they have cats and dogs, then it's where they are passing something back and forth between them. And they would not only want to address the issue themselves with this particular issue, but they would also want to work on it with their pets in order to not be passing the issue back and forth. Another thing that showed up under potential causes, which really on two of them makes sense why it showed up when you think about what came up under the imbalances and suggestions. One of the potential causes was herniated disc, and the other one was cervical neck pain. Now keep in mind, it's not diagnostic. It's saying potential causes. But when the brain picks out something like that energetically as a frequency, and you see in the imbalances and suggestions that it's saying that somebody should possibly have spinal care done, well, now you have some really good reasons to see why that might need to be done. At the same time, think about the playlists that you could make. Think about going to the homeopathic category and putting in the symptoms that are showing up on the inner voice and seeing what remedies come up under the homeopathic suggestions. Go into the mind sync again and do positive affirmations for these type of situations showing up in the body. There's so many things that you can do with your scanner, with playlists, with the things that are in the scanner to start with, and then go and back it up with what you have in your back office. You have so many incredibly valuable tools in your back office, and at the same time, such incredibly valuable information. And if you think of it, all we've done is just touch the surface with one inner voice report that brought over information from vitals. So I really want to encourage you to dig in. I don't know how to stress enough to you that I know it's easy to ask other people, well, what playlist do you do for this? Or what do you do for that? Or what would you suggest for this or suggest for that? But truthfully, over the years working with this scanner, what I found is, you probably remember that illustration where it talks about that you can either give somebody a fish or you can teach them how to fish. And in your case, especially if you're new with your scanner, I am going to encourage you to dive in and start doing your research. Start looking at some of the things like we just did tonight, and start Googling, start looking things up, start finding out how things are connected. Start looking at the benefit of all the tools that you have in your back office that you can use in conjunction with what you find that comes up for frequencies. You know, I'm old enough that I come from the time where I used to have to wait 30 days to balance my checkbook. And only a few people had voice machines where you could leave messages if they weren't home. You had to order things and wait for weeks for them to come. You put a stamp on a letter and mailed it and waited for a response. There were no emails. There was no texting. There weren't any cell phones. The world right now has gotten to the point where it is so used to instant gratification and having everything be immediate. You used to think even a year ago that 2-day Prime was enough. Well, now you can have it by 4 o'clock in the afternoon if you order in the next 15 minutes. Everything is just speeding up and getting faster and faster. However, I would caution you that with your scanner, you want to take time. You want to take time and dive in and really start comparing things. And like I said, researching things, looking through things up. Don't go in so much with your scanner for just the instant answer, the instant gratification. I will tell you from experience that if you take the time to look things up, if you take the time to research things, if you start having aha moments between something that shows up in your scanner and something that's in your back office that has a description that clicks for you mentally, Those are the things that give you satisfaction. Not only that, but what happens is you start building on the dots that you start connecting. And more it gets where it's second nature when you see something that you start looking for something else because you know in the past that it's been connected and that it's not only connected energetically, but that you have the means from your back office to be able to work with it and help someone. So I hope this information helped you this evening. Keep the questions coming. It's always a joy to be able to look into the information and help you all progress with your scanner.
Kai, we had another one from Deb Bruce today.
Yeah, she is fantastic. You know, we love Deb Bruce. We hope you love her. Please always give comments and add your questions about what you want to know more from Deb Bruce's explanations, what she's teaching you. But, you know, we're here at the end of the call, and, you know, it's springtime.
Yep.
And one of the things about springtime is it's the end of winter. We're getting into new life, new growth. We want to know what it is that you're going to add new life to for your well-being, for your health, for your life, for your family, for whatever you want to focus on. Sometimes we need these periods where we get to reassess. We did it at the beginning of January. We're in a new quarter. We're in a new season. Let's comment on that. Comment on the call, not on the live chat, after the call. Comment, what thing will you give new life to that you want new life in your life? And we'll pick 3.
One of the ways that we can kind of do that is to kind of reground ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
And I think we've got a great tool for that, and that's our insoles.
Yes, our insoles.
So why don't we...
The Cybin, black tourmaline, insoles, yep. Negative ion power from the feet up. How about that? So comment on the call. What's the thing you're going to give new life to starting this season, starting right now? And we'll pick your name. We'll pick 3 at least, not everybody's. And we'll give away the insoles. How about that?
See you next week.
This is for the week of April 8th.
What am I doing holding this?
I don't know.
There are no top enrollers in there.
Let's start again.
Shoot.
All right.
You want to start? You start.
Well, Sky, it's great to be back. Oh, stop it. What did I do now?
Okay.
Sky.
What's
Did I say Sky?
What's Sky?
Man, it's really great to be back.
No. But let's give away something that we haven't brought to the surface in a while.
Okay. It's springtime, guys.
We're so rough.